Cheers. This is good stuff. Right here on the arch is the Marquis de Pombal, and he has a place of honor here in Lisbon because he is credited with the rebuilding of Lisbon after the earthquake in the 1750s, which utterly devastated the city. So when you pass under the arch, you come to Rua Augusta, and this is the Baxia region of Lisbon. And again, this is the section called the Baxia. And Baxia means low or down. And you see these beautiful mosaic tiles. They're difficult to walk on if you don't have the right shoes, so make sure you wear good walking shoes. They are made of usually black basalt and white limestone, which are both plentiful here. This is the Church of St. Nicola, and you can see the church facade, but along the side you can just see it's a typical building with shops and apartments above. This church was ruined in the earthquake, and Pombal, being practical, decided that they needed the shops and the housing more than they needed the church. So the facade remains, but inside it's just shops and apartments. So Confeiteria Nacional is supposedly one of the best bakeries here in the city and one of the locals' favorites. And it was recommended to me that I come here. Unfortunately, it's closed today, just today, for maintenance purposes, it says. So maybe I'll get back here tomorrow and give it a try. This is the Church of São Domingo. This church was nearly destroyed during the earthquake, and you can easily see the old and the new in pink, and the original stone. It must have been quite something originally. This is Our Lady of Fatima and two of the children who saw her appear to them in Fatima. As beautiful as this square is, the square of São Domingo, this was once the headquarters of the Inquisition. And this monument right here shows that in 1506 the Jews of the city were gathered up and executed right here in the square. Now we're going to go down Rua das Portas de Santo Antão, which is Lisbon's eating street. This is one of the local favorite places to get ginginha, which is a local Portuguese specialty made from sour cherries. 23% alcohol, so be careful. Cheers. This is good stuff. And like I said, it packs quite a punch at 23% alcohol. This is the National Theater here, right across from Rocio Square, which is Lisbon's historic center and still its cultural center. Due to its very long, oblong shape, historians believe it was originally a Roman racetrack for chariots. Nowadays, only the cars and buses race around it. This is Rocio train station, and it dates from 1900. Now, Mark's not with me today, but he would be excited that I found a Starbucks. This is the first one I've seen since we've been here. This is the Avenida Palace right next to the train station. It's the oldest hotel in Lisbon, and it was very popular with spies during World War II. Just a little piece of interesting trivia there. This is the Praça dos Restauradores, and if you do any day tours with touring companies, you'll most likely meet here. So here's looking at the other end of Restauradores, and from this end, you go into Avenida da Liberdade. Now, this was designed to resemble the Champs-Élysées in Paris. It's not as wide and as grand, but it's still very much like it. One of the most expensive streets in Europe, certainly the most expensive here in Lisbon. I'm going to ride the funicular to the top on the next go round. There aren't any seats left here. So when you get off the funicular, come up these little steps and bear to your right, and we're going to go up to this balcony area for an overlook of the city. This is the Convento do Carmo. This was a convent for Carmelite nuns, and it was destroyed in the 1755 earthquake, and these are the ruins. This is a graphic illustration of the earthquake and the destruction that it did. It happened on November 1st, which was a high holy day, and so everyone was in church. It was a Sunday, and about 9:40 it started to rumble. The earthquake that hit was a 9.0 on the Richter scale, and its epicenter was just off the coast of Lisbon, and it went on for 10 minutes. When the earthquake ended, 2/3 of Lisbon lay in ruins. Soon after the earthquake stopped, huge fires began to rage as most of Lisbon was wood back then. And then soon after that, they were hit with a huge tsunami. Climbing the stairs of this tower for you, my viewers, so we can get the best view possible. Part way up.